Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Tim Dowd and
Kirsty
we're
there.
living with MS in Tenerife here on Las Vistas Beach. We're sat in the Sun King again because they've got my favourite beer without alcohol. There you go, Dorada Sin. There's a bit of a buzz going on tonight.
They got my favorite Nada Colada.
Nada Colada, that's like a pina colada with fire in blanks.
And it's almost empty.
And it's
because
almost
so
empty,
good.
yeah, it is almost empty. So we got 81 people online at the moment. Thank you very much for joining us today. Today we're going to have a little bit of COVID, we're going to have a little bit of weather. We're going to tell you what we know about the, what they call it, the testing, and which isn't a lot more than we knew yesterday. But we're going to tell you what our spin on it is and what we think is going to happen. And those of you who are really worried, we're hoping to put your mind at rest. I'm also going to make an apology to a couple of people because I think I bent some noses out of shape on Wednesday when I said that if you didn't want to pay for your test, then you're probably not going to follow the rules. And that obviously, that's not true. But I think I know what I meant, but it came out wrong, and I apologise if I put anybody's nose out of joint. So I learnt my lesson by swearing a couple of weeks ago because YouTube demonetized me, and I've got, every time I put up a new live, I've got to beg them to put the little dollar sign back up. But don't worry about that. Oh, and saying that, John Barrow, thank you very, very much for the donation. You are really excellent. You give us support every time we're online, and thank you very, very much. I'd also like to thank everybody that's contributed through PayPal. In fact, we've got enough now with the money that I got from Google last month to actually buy the new microphones and the mixing desk. So I've actually ordered that this afternoon. Thank you very, very much. Anybody who hasn't contributed and wanted to, you still can. I've used some of my own money, obviously, because we didn't get the whole amount. But if you want to join, then you can go to timothydowd.com and press the mic pool button, or just go to timothydowd.com/mic, M-I-C, and you can still contribute there until it comes in about a week. So we got 141 people now. I'd like to ask you to give us a thumbs up. That always helps. Let people know that we're doing a good job there. So I think everybody's just saying hi here. I'll just say hello to Raimundo and Pat. You were number one today, beaten by nobody. Gordon Squire, you used to be number one, and now you're equal number one, let's say, with Raimundo. It was about a 2-minute difference. Craig, good evening. Gordon, yeah. David Bott was there. David Bott, thank you very, very much for your contribution also. Bob Barazay up, and Claire Johnson. I'm going to whiz down these. Simon's online. Just watched a review of the channel. Yeah, the Scotsman in Tenerife. Actually, Daniel sent me a WhatsApp to say you've been reviewed. I thought it was something really bad, so I watched it. But it was a beautiful review, and I want to say thank you very much to Scotsman in Tenerife. I also subscribed to him and rang the little bell as well, unlike the video. So if you want to go and give Scotsman some love, it's called Scotsman in Tenerife or Scotsman in Tenerife. I shall check that. After it's all finished, I'll put it in the description for you. Question, we're normally in Tenerife for Halloween, but as the day before, the children run around throwing eggs at a building all over Lascania. We call it the Mischief Night. Yeah, they do actually, but now what they're going to do is they're going to dress up as a COVID virus and walk around saying track or trace. The old ones are the best. The old ones are the best. You might see me looking past the camera every couple of minutes because we do have a guest today, but I was going to introduce him at the end of the COVID stuff, but no, I think I'll wait. I'll wait a minute. I'll do the COVID stuff and then we'll jump in when I need him. Hi all. Happy Friday, says Mark. Mary says, evening to you. That's kids Bob, Craig, Roger, Lynn, Bob, John, Patrick, Sharon. Claire is asking, do you think people will be worrying that COVID-19 rate might go up with so many people arriving on the holidays? I don't think so, because the people on holidays are not bringing it. We have policies and protocols in place to stop people who arrive from getting it. We take your temperature at the airports. You've got to wear your masks when you're not moving around. You shouldn't be hugging and kissing anyway. So basically, as long as you're washing your hands, keep yourself to yourself, keep your distance from people you don't know, and wear your mask, you should be okay. So we're not really too bothered about that. We're more bothered about the people coming over ignoring the rules. But again, if everybody else isn't ignoring the rules, then they're on their own anyway. We avoid them like the plague. So no, I don't think it's going to go up because of tourists. Mark Robert Murphy, good evening, Tim and Sandra from Mark. Hope Christina's keeping well. Yeah, you and Christina, okay. John Barrow, thank you very, very much for that donation. Have another drink, Christina, so you can have another one on John. John Barrow. Night Strider says evening's in. The Night Strider's in the house. Oh, hi. If you're watching, let me know where you are, and I might be close. I might be close because I'm near Los Cristianos today. We're on Las Vistas Beach. PCR. And Lee Shaw. Good evening, Lee. Thank you very, very much for the donation there. And Lieutenant Columbo's eye, PCR tests are unreliable. I don't think they're going to be asking for PCR tests, but we'll come to that in a minute. Hi, Night Shadow, says Lynn. Jill says, I'll be worried about the UK will probably change us a lot for tests, or charges, I think. A lot for tests. I'm concerned how we get them. I have to drive through, don't tend, they have drive-through tests. We don't drive and tend to send you a long way for one. Ooh. We'll come to that in a minute, but in the prelude, I would say don't worry. Tom Herman says hi, Tim and Christina. Macmaster's online. Hi everyone, just popped in quickly to show my support. Start eating my fish and chips in Leeds with the family. Lee, enjoy yourself, enjoy your fish and chips. I know that you're pining for the fjords, wanting to come back, and you have a great time with your family. And give our love to everybody that needs love. Isn't that right? That's right. Okay, Gary Hughes, thank you very, very much. Christine, have a refill on me and buy the old chat one too.
Oh, thank you.
I get one too. Well, thank you very much, Gary. Nick Gordon, Daz22, takes days to display the temperature when you're still transmissible. Yeah, that's true. Leaps Lee in the house. Good evening. It's okay. We got Daz. Hi Lee. Enjoy the food and family. I'm going to stop right there for you guys because they're going to go on carrying on chatting there. I don't know what the sound's like here. There's a lot of people, a lot of buzz going on. I think you can hear us okay. And let's start off with the COVID update. So let's see if we can do this. A and B, da da. Okay, so I'm going to scrap the music for today. So this is the actual figures for the whole of the Canary Islands. I see we've come down again, 5,706, which is quite good. And still fewer people in hospital and in ICU. It's a really good, and you can see there in the bottom right-hand corner, just here, that the trend is going down. I'm going to jump straight over to Tenerife now. Tenerife is under the 3,500 mark. It's actually gone up slightly from Wednesday, but ever so slightly. I think it's 2 or 3 cases have gone up since Wednesday. And if we nip over, they've got a new graph here, and this new graph actually shows you, I think this is the 7-day average, and it's the first day today that we've dropped below 50. So that's looking good. That's looking really, really good. So if we nip over to Arona, which is over there, Los Cristianos, Las Americas. Actually, no, we're in Arona right now. Active cases 78. And as I say, nobody in ICU in Arona, which is a good thing. And if we nip over to Adeje, you can see that we got 96, which I think was 2 or 3 more than Wednesday. And yeah, well, it's still okay because, I mean, we got how many people? We got, in Adeje, we got 50,000 people and 96 with it. That's not too bad. Okay, so I'm going to put the COVID overlay on because I want to bring somebody in to interview him if he's free. Hang on, we'll go for the interview and we'll go A and B. And here he is, the Night Strider.
Hi guys, you okay?
He's popped over. In fact, he was here when I said, hope you're in the house. We were just messing with you there, peeps.
Sent it from across the sea.
From across the sea, yeah. So I'm not going to interview you, actually. I just don't have a thing for, you know. I've got the 3 amigos. I can do the 3 amigos.
You don't have to interview me.
There we go. So, what we're going to talk about. We wanted to talk a little bit about what's the news about this this
test.
COVID test. So what's your take on it first?
I think it's good, but it's more positive than negative. It's going to help the cases stay low in Tenerife. I don't think it's as bad as they're making out. We don't even know. Well, me and you don't think it's going to be the PCR test anyway. We think it's going to be the swab test, which is the cheap one, the quick one. I think it's going to be that.
Yeah, I mean, we were discussing it just before we went live, and basically, I think it's going to be the swab test, which is the antigen test. And the law isn't to do about stopping you coming into the Canary Islands. It's to do about, well, let's do this. Go back in time when everybody was complaining that we didn't have a flight corridor. One of the solutions to that was to create this situation where we could test people so that Britain and Germany would open up a flight corridor to us. So this has been in process for a long time, and it had its reasons. So can you imagine if they hadn't have taken the flight, if they hadn't opened the flight corridor, and then we came out with this solution where we get an easy test where people can take, and they can take it just before they check in or up to 72 hours before. So they're not saying you've got to do it 72 hours before, they're saying your test has to be younger than 72 hours if you have one. Yeah. Then you can fly to us through the corridor, and then Britain would have said, right, corridor's open now because the Canary Islands have got this great test system. Then you'd be thanking us for putting the test in place that the corridors opened. But because Britain opened the corridors based on the fact that we were planning this, and now it's coming into effect, then people are going online sort of saying the Canary Islands are gouging us out of all our hard-earned money and they don't want us to come, which is totally not true. And I apologise off the bat if I rose to that, because I think that is the wrong way to look at it. The right way to look at it is we put this in place so the corridors could be available for you guys, and it just wasn't put in place fast enough for you. But we think it's going to be the antigen test. Costs about $30, and all it does is to allow you to use tourist accommodation. Now, tourist accommodation, including hotels, private lets, anything that's legal, as based as a tourist accommodation, with all the checks and balances that we need on that. And so anybody doing that has to have pamphlets, information, online presence to be able to inform you what the deal is and how to get it and where to get it and how much it costs and what happens if you're positive and what happens if you're negative. All that's got to happen in the next 15 days, and then they'll start. So anybody coming in the next 10 days at least doesn't have to worry about it anyway, because it's probably not going to go into effect for that amount of time anyway. And when it does come into effect and we know what it is, it might be just as simple as turning up at the hotel, going to the side of the lobby, doing a swab test, waiting 15 minutes, then checking in. Could be. Worst case scenario, you've got to go to Boots and pay 150 quid for all your family. But, you know...
120 is in Boots, yeah, okay. 120.
But we don't think that's going to be the case, so
I
just
think
wait and see.
They'll probably encourage you to have it with you when you arrive, so there's not a big backlog in receptions and stuff of swab tests and stuff. They'll probably encourage you to just already have it. Yeah. But I think it's better. It's more looking after the tourists rather than trying to diddle you. And the police already visited my office yesterday. Yeah, the National Police came around. Brought me in a load of pamphlets. I need to send them who's got the cars, their passport numbers and stuff. But gave me a load of pamphlets about safety, how to look after the tourists, the numbers they might need, everything.
So it's doing quite well, you know. I'm going to have a look at see what people are saying about that. So in the meantime, Christina's going to sing a song.
I'm going to order another drink.
You're going to order another drink? You haven't finished that one yet?
Yes, I have.
I think it's all cream in it.
Okay, Lee and Gary Hughes, thank you very much. Oh, Derek Walker, thank you very, very much for the donation there. Christina gets another drink, I suppose. Or is that going to go towards the microphone? I think the microphone needs a bit of love, because I've emptied my bank account for that. But your comment got blank, Glasgow. Oh dear. It might be that if you comment on here and you don't put a space after your full stop, then the system thinks it's a website and blanks you. So make sure there's a space after your full stop. Writing in sentences is good. I'm going to solo me now. Oh, solo mio. And I'm going to take the COVID thing off because we're not doing COVID anymore. What I'll do is I'll let you have a look at the weather. There's plenty of weather in the next few days. It's going to be quite warm apparently at the weekend. 30 degrees and then low to mid 20s all next week with a hiatus on Wednesday with a little bit of rain, but we never see any of that anyway. As you can see, it's bright and clear over the mid-Atlantic there. All the rain there is on the coasts and coming over to you in Britain. Sorry about that. Basically because we got this massive high over the Atlantic still, which is affecting our weather. So now what I'm going to do is to show you where we are. And we're back in the room. So let's see what we got. Loads of people need testing but not for COVID. Don't forget to shout out. So you said you're going to... Ah, you know, Sylvia Ryan, thank you very, very much.
You even put it in
I did.
reminders.
I put it in my reminder. Oh no, and it's on that phone now. I know
That's the
what to
problem I have. I save all the shout outs and then it's on your phone and
do.
you're
It's on the phone. I tell you what, well, you see, the thing is, if I turn this iPad off, I can't get it on here because this is the old operating system and the reminders don't sync up. So what I'm going to do, thank you for the shout outs. Oh my God. So I'm going to swing this round so that you're looking at, oh hang on, I've gone yellow here as well now. Okay, I'm swinging this round so I can see, and then I'm going to switch to this show here. Okay, so I'm on the iPad now, I'm doing this one, that's it there. So now I can go out of here. Oh my God, you're right, Sylvia, thank you very, very much. Go into my reminders and I know why Sylvia said I've got a memory like a sieve, because it's Sylvia I'm shouting out. So I've got to use the crappy little camera here. I can't use those words. Say hello to Sylvia Ryan. Hiya Sylvia Ryan, memory like a sieve.
Sylvia.
I've got to find a better way. I've got to put a mental note on a piece of paper for this. A mental note on a piece of paper. So Sylvia Ryan, thank you very much, and shout out to you every time now. Say hello to Elaine. I've got to say hello to Elaine as well. Hi Elaine.
Hey, Elaine.
I've got to give a happy birthday mention. This was a week ago. Exactly a week ago for the 80th birthday. Give me a birthday mention, but I didn't put down who it was.
Happy birthday to someone.
No. I knew who it was now. I knew it was. His email's attached. Hang on, let's open the email. Rodders, okay. Rodders, if you're watching, if you haven't given up on me, totally, then happy 80th birthday for last Friday. Or was it the Friday before? God, I don't know. Oh, I'm terrible. I am terrible. Shoot me. I got to do it. Let's do this so I can read the thing. Happy birthday mention. Shout out to Tony Corns. And I got it right? It's not Cornez, it's Tony Corns. And thank you very, very much for the wonderful donation. And I hope you and the missus get over here and we can meet up one of these days. Good on you. And shout out to Leslie, Sarah, Heather and Sylvie. I'm not sure whether that's the same one, but if you're watching, this is Leslie, Sarah, Heather and Sylvie. A great big shout out to you guys. Oh my golly gosh. Okay, I've got to do all this back the way it was now. Otherwise, share the device, share the camera, turn it up like that, go into sources, turn it on. Amazing. And here's the Night Strider again. You're on this one now.
I never know what one I'm on.
Camera 2. Come into camera 2. And then we'll go here, which is me, and I'll turn that back towards the Night Strider, which there he is. And then I'll come to this one, and turn on the Osmo mobile. Gimbal, done. And now I can turn it round. There we go. Here's Del Boy. And here's Christina and Timmy, baby. Oh, and we're big now. Oh, I'll leave it that. I like the tight shot. Okay, let's get back to the important bits. That's you guys. Let's go AB, the interview. Okay, you're back online, Andrew. You want to say something? There's the microphone. This is your camera.
I'm just looking around. There's a really nice vibe tonight. There's more people. People on the beach, people on the prom. There's a lot more people around now. Big difference to last week, 2 weeks ago. Nice vibe.
COVID.
Any comments going on, Tim?
No, I think everybody's all saying thanks to the real estate agent's info. Christopher Cunningham, no problem. Oh, I do actually have an apartment for sale. It owns in our complex.
Right.
It's a 2-bedroom apartment, ground floor, with 2 balconies, one facing a pool, one facing a mountain. 2-bedroom, separate kitchen, washroom, and a parking spot downstairs. And it's 190,000 is the asking price. The people have already moved out, so it's free. They're living now in rented accommodation in. I'll have one of these, please. They're in rented accommodation in mainland Spain now. So they've got, for $650 a month, they've got a massive house with swimming pool. But if you want this, you can contact me and I'll put you in touch. 190, yeah.
In Los Cris, a 2-bed, that'll be about 250, 270.
Yeah.
Plus another 15 for your parking space.
Right. No, it's quite good. There's not many people biting because the complex that we're on is residential, so you can't rent it out. Well, I mean, you can give it to friends and family, but you can't put it on Booking.com. Well, you shouldn't put it on Booking.com. There's a pool as well with a jacuzzi, disabled toilets in the pool. So, and I've got on my website. In fact, if you go to my website and they go to the, oh no, I've taken that button off. Okay, I'll put a link in the description to a 360-degree walkthrough that I did for them. So, oh no, if I sell it, I might get the commission. Cool dudes. Get it sold, get it sold. And the advantage is you live near me. Or the disadvantage. I don't know whether you can hear me. Can you hear me? Do you remember me? I'm getting nearly 200 subscribers. Tom Herdman. Hi Tom, yeah, you doing well? Sound wonderful? I send us an email. Sounds wonderful. I'll send you an email, Christopher Cunningham. Okay, I'll send you the details. Gordon Squire says, Tom, slow down. Oh yeah. Does that come with butlers and maids? It does. The butler is 800 a month, and the maid, I would say 2,000 a month. Family channel.
I get my butler for free.
You got your butler for free. Hi Tim, based on what you and Andrew think, the hotel timeshare accommodation should be able to conduct the test. You know, I don't think they can do it themselves. I think it's got to be certified. So I think somebody's got to be certified to do it. But they may end up certifying people that work for the hotel. We don't know. Please wait for the BOC, which is the Boletín Oficial de Canarias.
Or they might send you to a centre somewhere. So for Los Cris, they might say go into the centre.
Yeah, they might just send you to a centre.
We don't know.
Yeah. Well, as soon as we find out, we'll let you know. It's 18:19, so we've been online for half an hour now, 25 minutes. We're going to cut it short tonight a little bit because
it's getting a bit dark.
It's getting dark, and also it's getting sort of hectic here, isn't it? There's people behind us shouting their heads off. Chris Barrow, thank you very, very much. Put a £5 down for me as deposit on the apartment. I certainly will. Contracts in the mail. Hi Tim from Glasgow. Hi Anne. And Sylvia Ryan. Tell Christina please that she looks beautiful and to get another drinky poo. Get another drinky poo. Jefe. Do you want another one?
I'm right at the moment, thanks.
Ensalada sin?
Yeah.
Nada colada.
Nada colada.
Nada colada. Pina colada sin alcohol.
Ya.
Y eso también. Muchas gracias. ¿Qué tal bien? ¿Qué tal bien?
Bien.
Muy bien. So we got all the drinks ordered. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lovely to see it getting busy. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's brilliant to see it busy again, people are saying. So that was Ali and Lee T.
Yeah. We noticed eating out last night. There's actually people in the restaurant.
Yeah, are you going to eat out tonight?
I think so. I think we're going to do chill out.
Who are you?
Chill out, 7:30.
Are you going with Daniel?
Yeah, he's going to come home.
He's going to do a live as well.
No,
Just you.
just me. It's Sahar's birthday weekend.
Oh, right. Yeah, they never invite us. Never invite us. No, we're not the party animals, are we, kid? We're tucked up in bed by 9 o'clock. Well, Christina is anyway. I'm up till 4 o'clock in the bloody morning answering your emails.
No.
Hi, Christina, Tim, and Andrew. Do you hope the noisy Ghent are not English? It doesn't matter actually, because we are all one world. We are all one world. I want to say we do not recognise borders. We don't recognise them. The only difference between living here, America, Singapore, Britain, France, Germany, is who you pay the tax to and the house and the person in charge.
And
I
the weather.
nearly slipped, and the weather, of course. COVID, I've got to put my mask on. It's not COVID, it's just me talking all the time.
That's because you're drinking Dorada Sin. Because you want all the alcohol in.
Yeah, I've got to get some alcohol in there, haven't I? God, my glasses have just steamed up now. Right, ladles and jelly spoons. If there's no other questions, I'm going to start winding this up because Andrew's got to get off. I'll go on the website later to donate. Thank you very. If anybody wants to go later and donate on the website, then you can go to timothydowd.com and press the sponsor button. That brings you to PayPal. Thank you very, very much for that. Or you can go to the mic pool, timothydowd.com/mic, M-I-C, and that'll take you to that pool, and you can donate to the microphone. When it arrives, I'm going to do a special, and everybody who's contributed, either to the mic or ever, I think I can get the email addresses of these people, but what I'll do is I'll try and do a special live for you guys where we thank you very much, and I'll stream your names across the page, unless you don't want to. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up a mailing list with you guys on it. I'm going to send you an email which you've got to answer saying yes, it's okay to put me on the mailing list, so you know. And then after you do that, I'll send you a message, and you can tell me what name you want to put on the special video. And when I've scrolled it up the screen, so you can put your own name on it, you can make one up just so that you know that it's you, like Mickey Mouse or something like that. And or you could put a family member or children or grandparents, and then we'll thank you. We'll have the whole thing, and I'll even invite Daniel and Andrew over to test the mics out.
Okay.
And we can have a bit of fun, and we'll even have a sing song because there's singy mics there. Are the hairdressers open? If you look at Andrew, no.
I tried. I've been yesterday and today, and they're that busy. I go in and like, how long? Oh, 2 hours. You've got people constantly. They're open, but they're not busy.
Solutions?
You're fine.
Solutions? It's just a razor. It's just a zzzt, zzzt. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm fed up of shouting here now. I'm hoping that you can all hear us with all the stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
How's business going? Shouts David Longdon.
Me? Or you?
Tim, the new testing does it apply to the whole of the Canaries or just Tenerife? A friend is panicking for Gran Canaria. First of all, David, don't panic. Secondly, it's the whole of Canaries, but please do not panic. The whole point of the thing is to keep you safe and not to gouge you out. Unless, of course, you've got it and you're trying to sneak in with it, then you're going to get caught. But apart from that, and if you're not staying in a touristic accommodation, if you're staying with friends and family, or you're coming to visit your own place, then you don't need the certificate anyway, because you're going to show it to yourself. You know? So let's wait for the official thing, but it is covering the whole of the Canary Islands, and it's because we're in a state of alarm in Spain, but the Canary Islands, because we're so low in active cases, that we are exempt from the state of alarm, which is a really good thing. There's a testing with all the Canaries. We did that one, short black and polished. Are you live tonight, Andrew? Yes, 7:30 from the Chill Out, I think.
7:30, I think.
Evening, Tim and Christina. Andrew from Andrew Platt. And David Watts says, thanks, my friend, is panicking. No, tell him not to panic, or them not to panic. It's going to be very simple. It's going to be an easy test, and if you don't have one when you arrive, they will organise it for you. So there you go. Muchas gracias.
Nada, señor.
Hey,
Gracias.
look at that. Wow, that's fantastic.
It won't look like that for long.
It won't look like for long. That's going to go all down the front, that is. And I've got another Dorada Sin, just in case you think I'm cheating. I had to pay double for them to get a vodkas in here.
I like them.
Yeah. I think there's probably too much sugar in it.
Yeah, that's the sugar in it.
You can't do a 6-pack, or you'll end up without a 6-pack. And Andrew Osman, thank you very, very much. Hi Tim, for great information as always, and asking about the curry sauce had when in Munich and Dortmund, Tim. Oh yeah, that was the, I don't know whether I answered that, I think I did. But it's the currywurst, is the sausage with the curry sauce and curry powder sprinkled on top. It's excellent. It's German fast food. Can I have my name in the video, says Aaron Bloomberg, number 2. Yes, you can, Aaron. I'll do a special one just for you. And before Tom gets on the bandwagon, I'll put your name in as well. Thank you very much. Because you did buy us all a drink when we met you for your birthday that time. Or was it your birthday? That's what we're running on. So Andrew's looking at his phone, so I'll solo back to me now.
Sorry.
No, he's doing a good job. Test at Boots 120, including certificate. And Harley is 150. I think, Peter, that's the PCR test. I don't think we're going to be needing that. I think the test is going to be
It's going to be the quick
antigen test. So don't get a PCR test if you don't need it. How was your meal after balcony banter? Did you fear the worst? Says Raimundo, it was great. In fact, I had it the next day as well. When Christina was fasting, I had the rest of it. And can people fly from Spain fly in? Well, we don't differentiate. Anybody can fly in as long as they have the certificate. So we're not differentiating. There was a question whether we could. Thank you, Alison Bennett, for the wonderful donation there. But what they did say was that locals, if they are going to a hotel in the north, for instance, for a weekend, we also have to the certificate. And then they backtracked yesterday, or was it this morning, in fact, to say no. If you've been on the island for the last 15 days, then you don't need the certificate if you stay in a tourist hotel. So as long as I've been on the island longer than 15 days, then I can book into a tourist hotel without a certificate as a local. Anybody coming from outside of the Canary Islands has to have a certificate, okay? So mainland Spain, Africa, Europe, America, China, everywhere. Anybody entering from outside the Canary Islands has to have a certificate. Once you've got the certificate, you can also travel between islands without having to get it again. As long as you leave one island and go directly to another one. If you go over Madrid or go over Casablanca and come back, you need a second certificate when you get back in. But if you're island hopping, no problem. That's good for people who fly to La Gomera because they usually land here and then spend a couple of nights here, then get the ferry over to La Gomera. So that's good for them. And Christopher Cunningham, thank you very, very much for the US dollars. Hey, Christopher. Hope to meet you guys next summer. Sister Deanne follows you as well. Shout out to Deanne. And Roger Cherry says, is COVID still much more on the north? Basically, if you look at the map, it's going to show you I can't even zoom in there. I didn't zoom in today. Oh yeah, that one. You see that the top tip there is the bluest, so it's the worst. But when you're thinking that, you know, there's only 3,000, 3,400 in the whole of the Canary Islands, and oh no, that's Tenerife, sorry. 5,007 in the Canary Islands, but 3,400 on the whole of the Canary Islands. It's not too bad. I'm going to bring Andrew back in now. I'm just going to split us, combine. There we go. He's on the other side now. He's on this side. Okay. Anne McQuaid, high hop. I think your finger slipped there. You still need a test from Jonathan Hill. So you still need a test on entry to get a certificate. If you don't have COVID, fine. If you do, without knowing, quarantine for 14 days. What they've actually done is they've put holiday villages and certain hotels on the COVID list. That means they're empty at the moment. They are staffed with a skeleton staff waiting. And if anybody does test positive, they will be taken to these accommodations that are specifically for positive tested cases. They will be kept apart from each other, but you won't be locked in your room. They'll be treated, they'll be monitored. And if you do have it, then your COVID AXA insurance, which we supply, or the Canary Islands supplies free of charge, will kick in and make sure that you're not out of pocket if you have to spend longer. Let's say you come for a week and you've got to quarantine for 14 days, then you get the extra week based on this quarantine, including your family members. If you get so ill that you have to be repatriated, that's paid for as well with AXA, as long as you're staying in tourist accommodation, of course. So make sure you read the small print of the free insurance that AXA underwrites. And also, if you do test positive here, we have protocols in place to make sure that your time here is as comfortable and safe as possible. So don't worry about that. If you get tested before you get on the plane and you have it, unfortunately, you won't be able to fly, and rightly so. Rightly so.
I don't think you'd want to, would you? You'd rather
No,
stay
you
at
wouldn't
home
want to, because you don't want to be here and be ill, right? You'd rather be home with the NHS. Andrew, I will rent my car from you, says Christopher Cunningham.
Thank you very much.
There you go, black
Look
and
forward to
white.
welcoming you.
And Ali Bennett says, need more thumbs up, guys. Hit the like button. In fact, it's 39 minutes. I know we usually stay on an hour, but my voice is going. We've done all the bits. Andrew's lovely to see you, by the way.
Too.
And I think we've done our bit, right?
Yeah.
And Christina's enjoying a nada colada with the last vestiges of the sun gone down. It actually looks brighter on the camera than it is in real life.
Phone,
Yeah.
and I thought it looks much.
Let me just solo us, and oh, that's you. Solo us and move you round here. So we'll pan all the way around to the other side. Oops. There's Andrew again. And here is the sunset. There you go. So you can see it's pretty dark there.
Definitely much busier, big difference.
Definitely much busier.
Big difference.
Look at all the people.
There's a little bit of a sort of buzz, a bit of a vibe going on.
Yeah. There you go.
I think it's a bit like the old days.
A little bit like the old days, yeah.
You'd struggle to get in normally at this end of October, beginning of November.
Yeah.
It'd be normally, tables will be pretty full.
So let's do this. Go to combine. You're back online. Wave at the camera, Andrew. Let me just read the last one here.
Yeah, I was just reading one there.
Tree surgeon, so annoying here. Just received your notification for your live. Oh, I'm sorry, tree surgeon. I have my private house there, so does that mean any guests do not have to have the test? If you have a private house, Julia, no test.
But they wouldn't get the. No, they're saying private house. Does that mean any guests do not have to test? The guests then wouldn't get the COVID cover, would they?
No, obviously you're not staying in tourist accommodation then. If you are registered as a tourist let and you're letting to tourists legally, then they do have to test. But if you're just giving the key to your friends and family, no. Hi Tim, do you know if you need a new test if you move islands? No, you don't. You can island hop. as long as you don't leave the Canary Islands and then come back in. Cheers, Tim. Catch you later, says Ian Miller. Good to see you all keeping going. Over in November, says Lynn. I've got to stop.
Someone's asking, are the bars open later now that the level's below 50? Bars are still the same?
No, the bars are still the same because even though it dropped below 50 with the I-7, I think it's the I-14 that they're looking at. So I think we're still closed at midnight, last person in by 11. And if we do go below 50, then it'll be closed at 1, last in by midnight. But they won't release, they release that every 7 days. So there should be another...
I don't think it's a major issue, 12 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock in England, so 12 o'clock
Yeah,
is...
12's not too bad.
You start at 7 o'clock.
Yeah. And if you go to the supermarket and get yourself a 6-pack. Why did I do that in a scale sack?
I start at 10, I'd be in bed by 11.
Okay. Hotels beginning to open now. Quarantine's been lifted in the UK. Yep. We are getting more places open. And of course all the places that we're preparing for people who might have COVID, they're going to be open. I think the ITER buildings are being open for them, so that's pretty good. So Sharon Clark, well, they not check at the airport. No, they're not going to check at the airport. That was too much of a nightmare for So they get you out of the airport, and basically it's on your onus. So they're hoping that you're going to be honest, and basically you will not be able to check into your hotel if you don't have the certificate. And if you turn up at the hotel without the certificate, then they will tell you where to go and get one. So I don't think it's a big deal, really. I don't think it's going to be a big deal.
And I was thinking, even if only 75% come in with the certificate, 75% is better than none.
Exactly.
If you were going to slip through the net or try and stay privately or whichever, but 75%, maybe higher, is better than none. Exactly. So it's all to be doing with being safe, and as I said before, it's all to do with opening up the tourist industry. So we're not here to gouge you, we're definitely here to help, and if we can help a little bit by answering questions, then we will. And don't forget Sanity Car Hire if you need a car hire. Somebody was asking in I Love Tenerife forum the other day whether auto rising's good and whether the queues at the airport, and I says give Andrew a call. Basically he gives you personal service. He'll actually come and you can have a selfie with him, says the McMaster. So unless of course it gets really busy, then he's got to bring his guys back on board, and you might get your car delivered by one of the staff. But I'm sure if you pay that little bit extra, then no, I'm just joking. I'll go. Oh, you'll probably see me in the office.
You'll see him in the office anyway. So, and at Cases, of course.
I'm always around.
Okay, so who's the last person? Basically, it's Gordon Squire. Hey, oh, and Slimmer Life. Are you drinking beer again? No, it's alcohol-free beer. I haven't had alcohol since 10/10/2020. So with Slimmer Life, I'm closing up now. Anybody who comments after Slimmer Life, thank you very, very much for your comment. I do read them later, I just can't answer them. If you've got a question that I didn't ask, wait till this video goes on live, and then you can put your answer in there. Or you can go to timothydown.com, go down to contacts and send me an email, which is the one I love, because I can write them in quiet and peace and quiet and respond to you with my private email address, which I will do. Send it through the website first, because I know it gets to me then, because I'm blocking some Hotmail and Gmail accounts, or Apple just does that, you know, because it comes to an Apple account. So anyway, Andrew, last words?
That's it. Stay safe. Come over and see us. Don't be scared or put off by all the British media and overhype of it all. It's a quick test. It's for safety, and you'll probably save the money you're going to spend on a test with everything being so much cheaper. The excursions are cheaper, the car hire is cheaper. So.
And what's your catchphrase?
Stride on.
This is Tim.
Thank you, Cedar.
For Living with MS in Tenerife. Signing off. See you, everybody.